It was raining at the station the day we said goodbye.
Hello everybody, this is the Imagine of, and welcome to the Digs and Diamonds server. It's good to have you here with us, and today I want to work on some of the sand, and I wanted to be able to get some of this on video. I don't expect everybody to want to watch the entire sand removal process, but it is kind of interesting to see just exactly how much sand there is. So today I'm going to be doing some sand and giving you the highlights and maybe a few small time lapse, and we're going to talk about some different things that we want to get accomplished after the sand is gone. And without further ado, I would like to make the small announcement that I would like for everybody to take a moment and hit the subscribe button. It's an important way to show that you support the channel, and it gives me an idea of how much you guys like what you're seeing. It's very important, and so if you would take a moment and subscribe, I would appreciate it. Also would like to mention that on Facebook we have a page called The Imagine Of, and it has extra videos. We've got a video up by Lily Waters, and it's of her creative world, and we have lots of pictures, and I do post some things about you guys giving me some ideas for choices that we're going to make about building materials and construction styles. So please take a moment to find us on Facebook at The Imagine Of. And so here we go. Let's get out and take a look at what's going on. I did do a little pre-video ahead of time on this area right here. I may include it, I may not, but if it seems out of order, it's because I went ahead and just got some video of me taking this part of the sand out, and then I thought, you know what, we're going to make a video, because what better way to say I like my subscribers and the viewers than to give them a big video of me taking out lots of sand. So this is how much I've done so far today, and we got quite a bit more to do. So if anybody feels like they missed anything, don't worry, we have plenty more sand where that came from, and it comes in the form of the other side. So let's see here. So I guess we'll, ooh, I didn't activate. I've got some good lag going right now, and it's been playing havoc with me. I probably need to restart my server. But so in this process, I just kind of do it like this. Everybody kind of has their own way. I do mine in little straight lines because I feel like it goes pretty quick that way. And so it's a thrilling process to see, as you can tell. And the big decision I have to make right now is if I choose to use the material I want to use for the floor up at the glass level, right up here, I want to use gold. And gold is a great material. I think it looks really good in this, let's see, in this texture pack. The problem is gold takes an awfully long time to get. See, I think that looks fantastic. It's got a little filigree in it, and it's got a nice kind of edging and kind of a carved out little texture to it. Very pretty block in Chroma Hills texture pack. So I would like to use gold. However, I'm going to probably have to AFK on the gold farm for quite a while to get that going. So I've been trying to do some of that in the background in between episodes, and a little feedback maybe wouldn't help. It would encourage me to be able to put in that much extra effort on that. But I understand not everybody wants to give feedback just yet. A great place to do it is on the Facebook page, because I kind of post the plans and that kind of thing. So it makes it a little easier for everybody to just add a comment. And I'm not too excited about YouTube's thing. I mean, I guess you've got the discussion and you've got the comments below the video, but I would prefer to get the feedback in Facebook because it seems more interactive to me. If you have an opinion and you don't want to subscribe, I would still take it in the form of a comment, and that would be cool. So we're going to keep up with this process for a little bit, and I'll probably record some and throw some music in. But right now, I think what I'm going to have to do is get on my server and restart it because I'm getting some crazy lag, and I'm not 100% sure why, but usually if I restart the server, it does away with that. So we're probably going to cut here, and I'll see you back in just a few. Okay, so here we are, and we're a decent ways in, and we're doing all right. I think this looks pretty good. It's hard to build up your confidence when you have a project that seems insurmountable at times. And there have been moments when I've kind of second guessed myself on, like, really, did I want to take all this ocean out, and is it going to be worth it? And I have to keep telling myself that yes, it is, and I'm going to get there. And I just have to keep plugging away and encouraging myself to stick with it. I did want to show that on our tools, we've on this section alone, I've gone through 1, 2, 3, 4 shovels, and I'm working on my 5th one. I need to build a better experience farm. I don't have an Enderman farm. I know I'm capable of building one, but I don't want to stop right now and in the middle of this and go do that. I would rather finish this and possibly build, slate a time to get in and build one, because to me that's kind of a technical build, and it's going to be a challenge for me to begin with, and I'm already in the middle of a challenge, and it's still easier for me, I think, to use my zombie farm for the experience to fix my tools. So for right now, that's what I'm going to do. But hopefully people will think that we're doing a good job here. We are putting our best effort in, and it's kind of hard, don't have a huge following, so I don't get a lot of extra encouragement, and not to say that I need that to get this done, but it wouldn't hurt. And anybody considering subscribing that hasn't, I would really encourage you to do so. That would go a long way for me, to help me feel like I got some people backing me up. So I'm going to finish this either way, and I hope it's enjoyable. Let's see here. We're going to get a look at this from a different angle and see what she looks like. I like to get my perspective from in the air, especially on this thing, because I can't hardly tell what I'm seeing here. Okay, so we have taken out, I think it's, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8 shulker boxes so far, just in this little section. And working on this one. Let's go get a look real quick. Yeah. There we go. All right. I suspect, and we're gaining a bunch of space. I might go up here, land on the platform if I can. All right, that went well. So yeah, we're gaining a huge chunk of space right here. And I'm going to need some help deciding what to build and when to start moving things. I don't know if I should move stuff out of this area into its more permanent area until all the water's finished and I get the floor built. And the floor is going to go on basically water level on the inside. And I want to use gold. And if I use gold, obviously I've got a lot of AFK stuff to do at the gold farm. But I need to get a layout, and I kind of want symmetry and meaning behind what I'm doing. So I was thinking more of a centralized storage, and I've got some ideas. And I need to figure out a good way to share those ideas with you guys visually without actually having to build it. So I've got to spend a little bit of time trying to figure out a good creative way to do that. And I'm hoping that I'll come up with something. I am sharing stuff on Facebook. Thank you, Lag. See what I have to put up with. There we go. I am sharing some written stuff on Facebook on the Imagine of on Facebook. And there's some good posts kind of explaining what I'm attempting to do with the outside of the base. So we're going to do a volcano. And the volcano can either be a cone decorated on the outside to look like a volcano, or I was thinking it could be a series of not concentric, but let's see here, cylinders, and they get smaller as they go up in level. So it would kind of look a little bit like conceptually like a wedding cake or a cake with different tiers, and then those tiers could be, parts of them could be decorated to look like they were chiseled out of or carved out of the actual volcano. And I thought actually that would look a little better in the long run, because it would look like, someone came in and just worked it out of the stone, and it would have a natural look and a man-made look, but also that it would be a lot easier to keep mobs from spawning because a lot of the surfaces would be vertical, and on a cone all the blocks would be able to spawn mobs, which would mean that I would have to get in and literally do something to either light the entire outside of the cone, or maybe use like colored carpet to make the spots unspawnable. But that would be a lot of work in and of itself just to do the outside when you see the scale of this. So, I'm trying to make up my mind. Maybe it's not that interesting, but if it is interesting and you would like to have some input and you're just watching this, trying to get a handle on like who this person is and what they're trying to do, and are they actually competent enough to build this? And I am competent to build it. I'm just a little bit unsure right at the moment what direction I want to go, and anybody's input would be nice. I would take it and consider it. So that's kind of where I'm at with that, but I've got a little bit of time here with the ocean removal part that I don't have to make up my mind just yet. So if you're kind of considering subscribing and you've been popping in for different episodes, I would appreciate it if you would just go ahead and go all the way and hit the subscribe button and start giving me some input. I would take it, gladly take it. And even if it's like, hey, dummy, that's not the totally right way to do it, I will take that kind of input all day long, because sometimes that's the best way to learn. And here we go. So we're going to make this video slightly longer maybe than the average one. I'm trying to keep them around 20 minutes or less. This one may go over and might seem a little bit rambly, but I need to communicate, and I need to communicate with the viewers and people who are on the fence about subscribing. And I need to let people know, hey, this is why I'm doing this, and this is why I need you as a part of it. And with that big rambly part, I'm going to kind of finish working on the sand here, and I'll probably come back after we finish this section and maybe do a little time lapse or take a walk around and look at a few things and talk about what we might consider doing. Welcome back, everybody, and here we are. So the first section is cleared out, and we do have a little bit more work to do here, but that and that needs to be removed, and minus that, we're done. And here we go. So, woohoo! That is nice. So we're over halfway. Now I need to finish this side, and I think that this might be a little more challenging because it's that most of that was flat, and it makes it easy to remove stuff, I think, if it's flat. But you know, we'll make best of what we got over here and get this sand out of here next. I do, however, need to take a little break and get my shovels fixed up, and I'm going to check back some of the video that I've shot so far and see if any of it is usable, and hopefully some of it is. If not, I may just slap it in there as a time lapse and make something out of it. So yeah, we got a lot of work to do. So we'll get it done, and hopefully it doesn't make me pass out in the process. But this is going to be so cool looking when we'll be able to stand on one side and look all the way to the other. I mean, that is some heavy duty distance right there, and it's going to be very cool, and I can't wait. So with that, I will sign out here, and we'll get back here to work in a little bit. All right, everybody, here we are, and I thought I would just show a little bit of what it takes to get my stuff replaced or fixed up. And I don't think I've shown the inside of this area. We're down in the mine, which I guess I showed part of this on the tour episodes. And so we're in here. This is the zombie spawner, and up here I've got a little setup to turn on and off the lights, so I can actually go in and work on it if I need something needs to be maintenance or anything. Have a little disposal chest here, bed, and I have to put my mending armor in here because my tools won't fix if I'm wearing that. And so what you do is you just stand here, wait for some guys to fall down, and let's see here, I gotta get, this is what we're working on right here, are all these shovels. And it doesn't take a tremendously long time. It would be so much faster with a farm that had higher experience. And let me make sure the lights are off real quick. Oh, they're not. So let's turn those off, and this will actually work. All right. So you chop, and you switch to the tool in your hand. And that's pretty much it. So a whole bunch of time is spent here doing this part, and you just kind of wait for the dudes to fall down, and you can tell now, takes a little while, but it works. And I get my tools all fixed up, and yeah, so I would be so much better off building the good old Enderman farm. That's quite an undertaking. If you don't know what one is, um, it's basically you got to go out and hang over a big dark empty void and build a whole area just for the mob spawner. But it's cool, man. It works really well, and I'm probably silly for not doing one yet. But for right now, I'm choosing to do this the hard way, and I will eventually get one built. And so for the sake of not boring you to death, I will not make you watch me chop a bunch of zombies and take an excruciatingly long time to fix my tools. But I did want you to realize that, yes, I actually have a place, and yes, this is what I'm doing. Every time I wear my tools out, I have to come spend some time over here fixing them. And we're back. And here we are with the next set of sand that has been removed. And we're looking pretty good. However, as you can see, there is a ton of rock. And it goes all the way down to the end here. So we're going to have to get in and make some major moves on this. I do believe that my boosts from the, let's see here, my beacons will hold out all the way over to here. And if they do, then this is going to be really easy breezy as far as speed goes. I think if they hold all the way up into this corner, I'm good to go. So here's where we're at on our tools. I've worn down, after repairing, 3 more shovels, and I'm a little bit down on this one and a little bit down on that one. So we're going to keep pushing on here. I did want to do a time lapse in this. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get that done because the other computer I use is in use right now. So we may have to put off a time lapse for a different video or do it as a first person time lapse. And I'm not sure how people like that, but if you have a preference, you can give me some feedback and say, hey, don't like the first person time lapse, or I do like it, and that way I'll know which way to go with that. So right now I've got to kind of clear up this inventory a little bit, and I'll get down there and get on to working. Oh, I got some more shovels. Yay! Sweet! I've got 3 more shovels in here, but they are not flintless, so I should really save these 2 for doing the gravel, and the other ones I will use, and I will need some pickaxes. So quick and silky, and I think that'll do. So we'll catch up with everybody here. Hello, Muvok. And 0 of 9. You know what I thought about? I actually meant to call this dog 9 of 0 because it was supposed to be a funny thing, like how can you have 9 of 0. But anyway, I think 0 of 9 is okay, and it's a little bit easier to match that with the character from Star Trek. So with that said, we are going to hop down and begin removing all of this colossal earth moving project. I'm going to assume that this is probably maybe 30,000 blocks, 30 or 40,000 blocks or more. So we'll find out. But we will. Oh, wait a minute. That's something I wanted to show you guys real quick. Statistics. General items. So let's see here. Times used. So on the sand, you can tell that we're getting up there on the sand. Um, Obviously, now with this, we got a couple 100,000 blocks of sand. We've picked it up that many times and we used it that many times. So we're actually doing pretty good on the sand. So we'll leave off here, and hopefully next time I show you this, a lot of this will be gone. And we're back. And as you can see, we've gotten pretty far down into our dig, and we're already ready to go get our tools fixed up. So I'm going to have to stop for a few and get the tools ready. I think that maybe after this next set of tool fixing, we can get through the rest of this without having to do it again. But I'm not 100% sure. This is what we got in here to fix. We've got all my pickaxes. I did make an extra one, and hopefully that will get me through the end, but all my shovels are pretty much worn out. I got a couple left, but I want to go ahead and just get everything fixed up because I think that should carry us through the rest of the way. But it's looking really, really good. Better throw one of these up here. I did make the mistake of not lighting that up, and then I logged off and ate some dinner and came back, and it was like tons of mobs. So got to make sure that's lit up. But from here on out, I'm going to do everything from underneath. I've been working across the top, and it goes a little quicker, in my opinion, if you're facing up and you just kind of walk along, and it goes really, really fast. So I'm going to do the rest from underneath there, but we've got probably another a couple hours at least, and then hopefully I can get to putting the floor in on both levels, and I should have enough glowstone to get me through. So we'll take it from here, and a little break, and we'll be back in just a little bit. And welcome back, everybody. And so here we are. And I know you might think that just a few seconds passed between the last time we saw each other. Nothing could be further from the truth. As soon as I paused the computer for that last clip, I went to go fix my tools. And when I went into the Nether, my whole Minecraft world just went bonkers and completely screwed up. And I wound up contacting my server company, and they basically said that I just needed to reload it from a backup, which luckily for me, I had a backup from earlier today, but unfortunately that caused me to have to go all the way back to before I had done any sand on this side. So I literally just got done doing all this all over again and getting back to this point, and I just went and finished repairing all my tools. So here they all are. But yeah, that cost me about maybe 6.5 hours, and very, very upsetting. But you know, it happens, and that's why we have backups. And I'm just very thankful that my only option wasn't from yesterday, which would have put me back all the way up there, and I would have been working on it from there. I've been recording this over 2 days, so I'm thankful for that. So here we are. As you can see, we're making good progress. I've kind of got this whole chunk edged out so that I can finish, and I got all my tools, so I'm ready to rock and roll. We are insta-mining, so we've got the good speed, and I'm going to get cracking on it. And I would love to finish this chunk and this area over here today, if it's at all possible. So I appreciate you guys hanging with me, supporting me, and being my friends. And I'm going to get this done whether my computer likes it or not. And with that, I'll be back in just a little bit. And here we are at the end of this episode, and take a look around you. I know it took a long time to get here, and this is probably the longest video I've made for this series, and maybe some of you made it all the way through, and maybe some of you didn't. I don't blame you. I barely made it through myself. However, take a look at what we got accomplished. So all this is now space that we can use. I didn't get to everything I wanted to. I wanted to get the iron put up here with the lights, and I wanted to get the floor put in, but having to redo this entire section, that was a hard pill to swallow. Barely made it through it, and kind of felt like crying. But I did it, and I got it done, and we got this entire thing. Let's just run the length of this just to get an idea. Look at this. And I'm going to ignore that little spot over there on the glass on that side for next time. I'll pretend like that's already done. So this is what I'm talking about. Put our minds to it, and we got done. So there it is. Beautiful. And I'm going to try to get up here in the sky and end it off up on my platform that I made just for doing such a thing. Woo, look at that. How nice. Oh, what a landing. All right. There we are, guys. The big time effort put in this week. Wasn't 100% sure I was going to make it through that, but we did it. And it looks like I got one more really tough spot over there with the raised up land, and that deep section will be easy because it's nice and flat and it already has the floor in it. So that's it. And then we're going to be done with the water. So I might put that off for a week so we don't have to go through what we went through this week with this one. I wanted to thank everybody so very, very much from the bottom of my heart for sticking with this and being here with me. You guys mean the world to me, and all the viewers that actually like what you're seeing, I couldn't be more pleased. Thank you. Thank you from the Imagine of. And we will see you next time. And goodbye.
It was raining